Salam everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be creating this Kardashian inspired soft matte smoky eye look with a really nice glossy lip. If you guys do enjoy this video, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And with that, you guys, let's just get into the video. So we're starting off with the brows already done and also carved out with concealer, and now I'm going in with the LMS Superfood Cica Calm hydration gel. I've been using this as primer lately. It's really nice, tacky, and moisturizing. And now I'm going in with my favorite matte foundation. This is Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation in the shade F12. I love the doe foot applicator that it comes with. It leaves a really nice matte finish, but it's still very wearable, I feel. It matches my skin tone really well as well. And yeah, I just feel like it's so easy to use, blend out. It blends out like a dream. And then to make sure that I keep that full coverageness of the foundation, I'm going to blend it out with a brush. This is a Sigma F80 brush, and I'm just going to blend that out fully into my skin, also blending down to my neckline to make sure that there are no lines of differentiation. Now going in with concealer, this is a Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue concealer in the shade 15. So I am going to just do my usual highlighting routine underneath of my eyes and down the center of my face. So that's the bridge of my nose, my forehead, underneath of my chin, just to make sure that I balance out that highlighting effect with this look. And then I'm gonna let this, again, with concealers I let it sit for a little bit, and then afterwards I'm blending it out. And I'm using an e.l.f. sponge for this. Oh my god, this was such a soft sponge to use. It was only like $3 or maybe $5, I think, and it is so easy to use. It blends out everything like a dream and is super soft, so as long as you wet it, it looks really good. I feel like it performs just as well as the Beauty Blender. So I'm blending out all of that concealer except for the one on my nose. I'm gonna blend that out a little bit later. Now going in with the Pat McGrath Labs Sublime Under Eye Powder in the shade Medium, I'm going to set underneath of my eyes. This is such a pricey powder, but it makes such a difference. Do you see like how soft and smooth that one under eye looks compared to the other one? It's such a great powder. So I'm going to bake with this Anastasia banana powder. I feel like that Pat McGrath powder, once I put it down because it's pressed, it really makes sure that I don't have any creases that I'm baking. And then I like to do just a light bake with the powder. So you can see I'm going to bake underneath of my eyes, also just everywhere that I highlighted. And another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight underneath where I'm going to be contouring, just to make sure that that definition is there. So even though I haven't contoured yet, you're gonna see like it's already gonna add some shape to my face. I feel like the Kardashians, again, it's very soft, so I don't feel like they cream contour or anything. It's just really soft. So now I'm going in with the ColourPop No Filter powder in the shade a soft pink, and I'm going to put this on my cheekbones to kind of bake them, brighten them up, and highlight them. I feel like this pink powder is really good because it's gonna look like blush, but it is, because it's a brightening powder, it will brighten up that area, giving you the effect of like faux cheek fillers. After I've done all that baking, I'm going to go and blend out that nose contour so you can see it's a nice line. And I'm going to do a mix of the banana powder and the pink powder on my nose to brighten it up. Now I'm going in with this Aladdin X MAC bronzer, and I'm going to bronze up my face with this. I didn't, again, I'm going to say I didn't cream a contour because I wanted to keep the look really soft. I'm also blending it a little bit differently. So you saw I kind of like am cupping my cheeks with it, just because I feel like the Kardashians have this effect of just like super rounded cheeks. I'm going to do my forehead and underneath of my jawline to kind of give me the effect of having a jawline. And now I'm going in with this MAC palette, and I'm going to go into the taupe shade, and I'm going to use that to contour my nose. So I'm doing a really soft contour with a more precise brush. I feel like the Kardashians like are the queens of contour, so I feel like I had to do something a little bit special to emulate their look. I'm also, after I finish contouring my nose, going to use that same taupe shade and contour a little bit more of my jawline. So you're gonna see right Oh, I'm gonna contour underneath of my lip too to give it that more pouty filled look. But I'm also going to bake contour around my cheeks to make them look even more sculpted. I'm only gonna do this around my jawline, and because this powder is really close to my skin tone, I feel like it will give me definition without being so prominent. So I'm bringing it pretty close to my lip because I feel like that's the effect that the Kardashians have, is just like their cheeks are just so lifted, it meets like their lip. I don't know, but so that's why I did that. And now I'm going in with the Desi X Katy Francation palette. I'm going into the shade Necessary to start just defining my eye. I'm going with a really big fluffy brush. Then I'm going to go into the shade Churro, and I'm going to further define the eyes, but keep this mostly on the outer corner. I feel like the Kardashians all, again, have that lifted outer corner, so to do that I'm going to make sure that I keep the darker shades just in the outer corner. I'm not going to blend it too much into my crease, like all the way through. Now I'm going to go into the shade Chains, and I'm going to again just make sure to pull my eye out, and I'm also going to do a really soft liner with this. It's going to be really diffused, really not messy or precise at all. Again, I feel like I've been saying the Kardashians, everything's really glam but really soft. And then I'm gonna do a really light like carving of the eye just to make sure everything looks brightened up and defined with the shade Basic. So basically you just need like 4 or 5 like differentiating brown shades to create this look. That's what I like about their look the most. Now I'm going in with a kabuki brush to kind of brush off that highlight and bake that I did with those 2 powders, but also I feel like a kabuki brush will help push in whatever product needs to be pushed in. It won't dust off the whole thing. That's why I like using a kabuki when I'm doing this step. Now I'm going to do the lower lash line, going back in with the shade Churro and just fully blowing out that lower lash line. And then blending that out with the shade, oh sorry, I went in with the shade Cheens first. Now I'm going in with Churro to blend out that lower lash line and smoke it out. And I'm bringing it pretty low because again, I feel like the Kardashians are the queens of a super smoky eye. Now going into my Sigma blush palette and Coro de Rosa, I'm gonna do this step that I feel like I heard Roxette talk about for Makeup by Ariel. He makes you smile, and he kind of takes a blush almost right underneath of your eye and blends it really heavily on that cheekbone to make your cheeks just look really round and in charge. So that's why I did it like that. And now I'm going in with my MAC Fix Plus in the coconut scent and just spritzing my face down. Once it's dried up a little, I'm going to go in back with that elf sponge and blend out any of that powder. So this is where I feel like they use a lot of powder, but once you set your face with Fix Plus and blend it in, you won't look as powdery. And now for the lips, I actually had petroleum jelly on because my lips are dry, and I feel like the Kardashians all have really glossy lips, so I didn't clean that off, and I'm just gonna define my lips with the shade Cork by MAC. It's their lip liner, and I'm gonna kind of just do this pretty heavily, so line it but also kind of bring it in a little bit. And then now going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick, and I'm just dabbing that like in the center only, and I'm gonna blend it out. Like I don't want to apply too much of this. I want the lips to stay pretty dark but just a more definition, and I feel like that was a really good Kardashian lip. And now I'm just gonna go in and put on a whole bunch of mascara. This is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. I am not a fan of falsies, and I feel like the Kardashians, I'm sure they have like lash extensions or individuals in, but I don't feel like you see them with a whole strip lash. That's why I'm opting out of doing that. And now I'm just throwing on my earrings, but this is the completed look. I really loved how everything turned out. I feel like I'm going to be using the techniques that I did in this video often. I feel like it's so flattering and it defines your face. And I'm just going to keep on doing that. And if you guys did enjoy the video, again, please consider liking, subscribing. And with that, you guys, I will see you in my next video. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. Bye.